Hi, everybody. It's Katie. It's May the 27th, 2016, and I'm just home from work. And I came home, and usually I do the absolutely typical girl thing when I get home. I have to get my bra off, and I want to take my makeup off because my face feels all heavy and like it's covered in silly putty. But I put my full length mirror right there where I see it right when I come in the door, and I walked in today, and the lady in the picture looked really tired, and like she'd had a long day, but I thought the face still looked kind of sweet, and I really like this top. I had this epic shopping trip to Lawrence the other day, and bought this top. I wore a little um, batik thing over it, but this is the well, okay. I looked like this today with a kind of a burgundy and then a black skirt, and I just think this looks really nice. I walked in the mirror and I saw it, and I said, "Oh, I don't want to take that off," which I do want to take a nap, so that's going to cause a conflict here in a minute because I don't want to leave the imprint of my face on my blanket. So anyway, I decided to take pictures of myself instead because I I like to take pictures of myself now. I didn't ever used to like to do that, but now it's kind of a hobby. Don't tell anybody. So anyway, I got to thinking about I used to when I first started transition. We're very close to a year now since I started transition, and when I first started, it was also secret and also subtle. And I have a daughter who I love very much, but she got very caught in the battles between her mother and I during the divorce, and I was still in a pretty mixed up place in my life. I was many years from coming out still, and um, I haven't seen her in like a year and a half. And when I first started transitioning, I recorded all of these like top secret videos, to to her to find sometime later. Like no one else was ever going to figure out that I was transitioning. Well, that's really annoying, popping up right in the middle of me recording. Ugh. So anyway, I got to thinking about those videos that are like super secret. There's still me as a man going, "Honey, I think maybe this is what I need to do," and I was just, I was still so unhappy in those videos. I mean, I was taking the steps to get to where I am now, but um, I wasn't there yet. I was a really miserable person looking for a way, and I knew the way to get to happiness. And finally thinking maybe I had the courage to do it, and almost kind of asking her permission. I don't know if she knows this, but she's one of the few people in the world that I really trust. I've known her since day one, and so I really trust her opinion about things. And anyway, okay, so I'm rambling. Stop rambling, and say something. So I decided that I wanted to record another video for Becca. Hey, baby, how are you? I don't even want to say this is your dad anymore because no, 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 this is not your dad. Your dad was this really nice guy who could never get things figured out because the problem was he wasn't actually a guy. And I'm the person that he always wanted to be and always meant to be. I used to tell you sometimes that that the boy that I was born as didn't survive childhood, didn't survive the abuse. Um, and I don't know if that's true or not, but I think it's a pretty effective description because the person that you knew was still trying to hold pieces together of a life that had clearly failed, that wasn't an accurate expression of me, and I didn't get a fair start because of the abuse. And I don't feel really very related to that child. I think about I, it's hard to say what I think about. I think that I had a multi personality breakdown at one point, and I think that those characters that developed during that time in my life were sort of a mix of male and female, and I don't really feel like there's a single individual that I can talk about, that this was me as a child, this was me, um, being female and trying to hide it or anything, because it got broken. The abuse just broke it, and broke me up into pieces. And what's really happened in the last year, and really it happened more than a year ago now, is that I finally completely integrated and completely healed from all of that. I suppose it's all still sort of in there in the shadows somewhere, but it's very much just a little thing in the shadows. And what happened was, after the 30-some-year process to heal all of that, and all the trips to psychiatric hospitals and therapist's office and so on and so forth, the person that was actually there in the middle, was me. Uh, and I'm always the person that was there in the middle. It was just very, very hard to find. I used to say there was nobody in the middle. There's just this pile of pieces, and that's not really true. I was really, really struggling to get to this place, which is sort of a difficult place to get to, even if you didn't go through the trauma. Excuse me. We have to have a conversation. This piece of hair and I. Even if you didn't go through the trauma that I went through, as a young girl, it would still be very hard, to get around your assigned gender and be able to say, hey, this is who I am, especially in the culture of the 1970s. I heard a lot of talk about faggots, and we used to play Smear the Queer. And it's very hard to sort of self-empower yourself to overcome that sort of language. And so who knows, if I hadn't had the really terrible experiences that I had, how long it would have taken me to figure it out, and, how things could have gone different. But well, that's just a lot of rambling. So anyway, I've been thinking about you, and I think about you a lot differently than I used to. I don't think about the relationship with your mother anymore, and about the arguments with her. I think about the fact that you're about to turn 18, and that you're going to be, an independent adult, and I'd like to meet you someday, and get to know that person, and have that person get to know me. I know, I'm sure you can remember telling me that I was gay. Well, no. Well, okay, maybe, but no, not like you meant. I'm kind of fabulous in a different way. And I remember telling you that, I'm not really very good at this parenting stuff. It's just something that I can kind of put on for a while and pretend to do, but it's not really who I am. And now that you're 18, it's, there will still be some parenting in your life, I'm sure, but it will be parenting by consent because you're a legal adult. And I kind of like to. I'm sure it will happen. I kind of look forward to the day that I say to you, okay, here's why you thought I was gay. Do you like my makeup? What do you think of my mascara? Check out my boobs. And I really look forward to meeting you as a peer, as a friend, maybe. If we can forget enough of the trauma to get that chance, that would be really cool. Anyway, so did I say something profound? I hope I said something profound, because my God, I just talked and talked. Anyway, uh, I came home tonight and I saw a kind of a pretty lady in the mirror, very tired, pretty lady in the mirror, and somehow it made me think that I just haven't talked to you in long enough, and that the day that we get to talk again, I'm gonna make myself all teary if I don't shut up here in a second. The day we get to talk again is really going to be a great day. I want to meet grown up Becca, who's, God, I don't even know where you are. This is when this is the week that you and I would be headed off to dig dinosaurs. Maybe someday we'll call Chuck and Barbara and say, hey, you want one for the history books? Go take another trip. Anyway, okay, I'm just really missing you and trying to talk about it. And blah blah blah. But you're not here. You'll show up again. We'll find a path. So Your brother's doing great. He's 2. He's got an opinion about everything, and he thinks that most words have a lot of vowels in them. Um, just, perfect little kid. He's over at La Petite now because I can afford to send him over there with my new job, and new job is great, and having a lot of fun. And look at my transition. It's going great. I have boobs. It's awesome. So I miss you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. And everybody else who watches my videos, sorry to take you through that, but part of my life is this really, really special girl that I haven't seen in a long time and I miss. So um, just a day to talk about her. All right. Thank you all. I love you all. Love you, Becca.